everyone and welcome back to Car and Bike. I'm Bilal and this is the all-new Kia Syros EV. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush and come straight to a very bold question. Is the new Kia Syros EV the best electric car that you can buy under the 20 lakh bracket? And this question is not unwarranted either, because you see, the starting price of the Syros EV is lower than the Windsor EV. It has more power and torque than the Nexon EV and the Windsor EV, and more torque than the e-Vitara even. It offers more cabin space than the two and offers 11 kilowatt AC charging compared to the 7 kilowatt in the other two. Its top spec variant is just a lakh more than the range-topping Windsor EV and more than 4 lakh cheaper than the Creta Electric, while offering the same battery size. It also offers better warranty than Maruti does for the e-Vitara. And also, it's the quickest accelerating car of the lot. And that's a lot of strong positives for any car entering a high volume segment like this one, let alone an EV. So has the Syros EV ran away with the title of the best EV that you can buy at this price point? That's exactly what we are going to find out in the course of this video. But before you go ahead, you know the drill. It's like, share, subscribe to the Car and Bike YouTube channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon as well so that you can be notified every time we bring out a new and informative video from the world of cars and bikes. Let's start with the design and styling first. And when I first drove the Syros, the ICE derivative, when it first came out, I said about its design that it's bold, modern and confident. You see, the Syros came with a rather radical design and it divided a lot of opinions. It didn't go down well with a lot of buyers, especially because of its ICE nature. But that's the thing with this EVs, because the radical design of an EV, it rather works in its favor. Take a look at this one for instance. There's not a lot of difference here over the ICE counterpart, apart from a couple of changes like the closed-off grille over here. But with the EV nature, this design is so much more tangible. Its unconventional shape, styling cues like a squared off or triangular pattern on the circular alloy wheels, some very quirky elements and a very fashionable color schemes. All of this come together to make the Syros EV a very bold, modern and confident. What if the Syros EV it came around before the ICE derivative? Maybe I think that the divided opinions of the masses around its design, it wouldn't have been so harsh. But what's your opinion about the styling of the new Syros EV? Do let us know in the comments, and also let us know in the comments which house of thought do you belong to. An EV should look conventional or an EV should look radical? Let us know in the comments. And when it comes to the cabin, all modern Kias are festooned with all the features that you can imagine, and the Syros EV is no different. However, the Syros EV, it goes unconventional. Now, I might be using this word unconventional a lot over here, but look at it. This one, it's breaking the tradition. The design, the way everything is laid out, the material, the overall combination of things, or the way the entire cabin is put together. It is just outrageous. And what's even more outrageous is the use of combination of newer colors. You have coal blue and hunter green. Such a cool name, and it makes the cabin look even more cooler. And then there's the USP of Syros is the space and practicality that it offers inside the cabin. And the Syros EV, it takes it up a notch. You get a floating center console owing to its EV nature because there's no physical gearbox over here. All the thing inside the cabin, it gives you a sense of space. You have great visibility all around, especially with this upright windshield, and the overall ambience inside the cabin is just too good. And even at the back, you get recline and adjustable rear seats. You also get ventilation for front and rear seats, something which is not offered in this segment. But that one problem of an EV, that is the raised floor height, especially in the second row, that usually causes a problem. But in the second row of the Syros, that's not a challenge. And it's behind the wheel where things starts to get interesting. Now the standard Syros, it is available with the petrol, turbo petrol, diesel, but it is said to be not the most dynamic car to drive in this segment. But with this EV avatar, it changes things drastically. In terms of numbers, you get the same battery pack options as its elder sibling, the Creta Electric and the Clavis EV. So you get the 42 kilowatt hour and what we are driving here, the 52 kilowatt hour battery pack options. The power output from the front axle mounted single electric motor is around 170 horsepower and almost 255 Newton meter, enabling a 0 to 100 km per hour claim time of 8.1 seconds. That's fractions of second quicker than its direct rivals, the Nexon EV and the range-topping version of the Windsor EV. When it comes to driving feel, this one is like any other EV that you can buy right now. Easy, comfortable, vibration-free, and you get used to it quite nicely and comfortably without any fuss. And if you have driven the Creta EV or have experienced even the Claris EV, this one wouldn't feel any different. However, over here, visibility is unlike anything else. You get a large dashboard laid out in front of you. The upright windshield gives you fabulous visibility all around. And behind the wheel, you have this amazing sense of space which is seldom seen in its direct rivals. But here I need to tell you about its regen setting. Now you have the usual 1, 2 and 3 of regen settings, and in an usual EV you push it to the most extreme level and take it one notch higher, you get that one pedal setup. But over here you push that left pedal and hold it. That engages one pedal setup, or the I pedal that Kia likes to call it, automatically in any of the level 1, level 2 and level 3 of regen settings. Now this one pedal setup, it's not really aggressive that you usually experience in other cars. It's very gradual, and once you let go of the throttle, the braking happens quite gradually and nicely. It doesn't jerk at all that usually is associated with a strong one pedal setup. And of the three driving modes, there's not a lot of noticeable difference between eco and normal, but when you switch to sport mode, the throttle response sharpens quite aggressively, and you should engage sport mode on days when you want to feel like a brat behind the wheel. As for the steering, it does feel like it's artificially weighted for some reason in any of the mode you engage in. It doesn't have a lot of feel to it, but as you drive along, it has good progressive nature, it responds nicely, doesn't feel erratic at all. Add to it this stiffly sprung suspension and butter smooth tarmac on the outskirts of Bangalore, and this combination is hard to beat. Although the stiffly strung suspension may have a hard time to keep up on the monsoon ravaged roads back home. That we'll have to check once we get the car back home. And finally, we have to talk about the range. This is an EV, of course, so the claim range is standing at around 526 kilometers, and that's the bigger battery pack version that we're driving here right now. But we didn't have an ideal condition or the right time to do a proper range test with this one. And as I have said earlier in the Sierra EV video as well, that these media cars, they need to undergo at least a couple of cycles of charging and discharging to get back to their normal range conditions, because as you know, we drive these cars quite aggressively and not in an ideal way, because we have to shoot them, we have to test its performance. So these cars need to be charged and discharged at least a couple of cycles before you get an actual realistic range. Now with this one, with the bigger battery pack and a lighter body compared to the Creta EV, which is giving you around 400 kilometers on a full charge, this one I expect to do anything between 420 to 450 kilometers in the realistic conditions. And that is a compelling figure to have if you're buying an EV in India today. Anything above 400 kilometers should be a good figure and shouldn't give you that range anxiety which is usually associated with an EV or buying an EV right now. Anything above 400 kilometers is a good figure. Add to it the fast charging capacity. Now compared to its segment, at this price point even, this one is offering almost 100 kilowatt of DC fast charging. So you can go or juice up from 10% to 80% in under 40 minutes. Apart from that, it also has home charging capacity of 7 kilowatt and also 11 kilowatt that is not available in its competition. So overall, with its EV nature, Kia has given this Syros a very compelling package. It is most powerful in the class, it is fastest accelerating, it has good charging capacity, it is good to drive and has a really decent range. All of this come together to make this Syros EV a really compelling package to buy if you're looking to buy an EV for your family. And that is a strong claim actually. So coming back to our question we started with, is the Kia Syros EV the best EV you can buy in the mass market right now? Well, let's take a look at all the positives. It is radical and pretty modern to look at, has all the features you could ever ask for and some more, and it also has a very practical and spacious cabin. With its packaging, the range should also be quite promising for your everyday usability, be it in the city or intercity travels. And it may not be very dynamic to drive, but as an EV, it is sorted still. So all things considered, the Kia Syros EV has shaken things up. The Nexon EV and the Windsor EV, they have dominated this segment unchallenged. That is the challenger, and it has proven itself by offering a better packaging at a very handsome price. So I would say that the Kia Syros EV is almost, I say almost, the best EV that you can buy in this segment right now. And that's all from me in this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, do hit that like button and share this video with someone who's looking to buy a family car under 20 lakh bracket, and they may consider an EV, and especially if they don't want the usual ones that are on sale in India right now. And if you have any other questions regarding this car or any of its competition, do write them down in the comments as well, and I promise we will address them all personally. And that's all from me in this video. This is Bilal signing off. Until next time.